Welcome to the Q1 Buck Poll. I'm Tim Hart with Mike Big Buck Hoffner. Opening weekend, Mike, was fabulous. Now, the weather was a little rough at times, but we had an awesome time. We were at Hicks Outdoors, Racey's Extreme. The next day we went to the Country Smokehouse up in Almont. We stayed overnight, went back to the Country Smokehouse on Sunday, and we just had a blast.
First couple of days, incredible. Day 3, another story. Wind, gusts, craziness. I went to drop off a deer up at Nagel's Meat Market. It was crazy. The rain coming down. It was raining sideways.
But it was awesome. It was awesome.
It was. There were deer
we were out there with cameras. We had a great time. Well, this week on the show, we've got new bucks. We've got the DNR's Russ Mason. He's going to talk about the Pure Michigan Hunt that you should get signed up for because it is fabulous. If you win the hunt, prizes, you can hunt all these different animals. It's a great time.
How do I sign up?
Yeah. Go online to the DNR's website and you can get signed up for the Pure Michigan Hunt. Russ is going to explain everything that's going on there. We've got hunting with muzzleloaders the American way from Connecticut Valley Arms. So we've got some good looking.
And I also know we're going to talk a little bit about cleaning your muzzleloader.
Exactly right. Hicks Outdoors. Mark Curley and his crew. We've got Ryan Tebow with us, and he's going to talk about how to properly clean your muzzleloader so that when the season comes in, the shot goes straight.
Yeah, I've got the old style muzzleloaders and the new style. Honestly, I prefer the new style.
And we have interviews, of course, from Racey's Extreme and also Hicks Outdoors. We're going to have a lot of fun on this week's show. So Mike Big Buck Hoffner's with me. In the upcoming weeks, we'll talk about his big bucks that he got to. But we're going to have a lot of fun on today's show. You're watching the Q1 Buck Poll. Firekeepers Casino and Hotel present the Q1 Buck Poll. Back here on the Q1 Buck Poll. Well, as always at this time of the year, we've got a lot of bucks. And you can see all the bucks at q1buckpoll.com. But we've got some features right now with Big Buck Hoffner.
All right, drum roll, Tim. Here we go. Let's start out with Ryan Menninga with a 10-pointer from Southwest Michigan, the score 45.375. Cody's Weiss from Midwest Michigan brings in a 14-pointer, the score, nice score, 51.5. Joseph Mitchell from the Thumb brings in a 15-pointer, his score 46.5, and Bradley Thompson from Northwest Michigan brings in a 9-pointer with a score of 38.
What's the Pure Michigan Hunt all about? How can you get signed up? What are the details? What can you hunt? What kind of prizes do you get? Russ Mason from the DNR explains it all. Well, today we're going to talk about the Pure Michigan Hunt with the Chief of the Wildlife, Russ Mason. Russ, welcome to the Buck Poll.
Thank you, man.
Let's talk about this because this has been a hugely successful program where hunters have a chance to just enjoy the great outdoors here in Michigan and they can win something with the Pure Michigan Hunt. Mm-hmm. Tell me about the hunt.
Well, it's unique for us. It's an opportunity for guys to hunt bear, elk, turkeys, ducks, deer, basically whenever they want during any legal season. Doesn't matter whether you've drawn an elk before, doesn't affect it if you're still trying to draw your elk. You draw this, you get that. Plus, last year we had about $5,000 worth of stuff that went along with us. Rifles and shotguns and crossbows and tents and stuff.
You cannot beat this.
It's a pretty good thing. And they're all Michigan folks that are donating these things, bringing them to us. That's important too. This is a Michigan thing. So the way it works is a guy goes, you can buy a $4 application. You can buy as many as you want. You can buy 10, you could buy 100, you could buy one. Mm-hmm. First year we had a kid who's about 14 years old, bought one, and he won. That was pretty good. And so then that goes forward. You can buy them right up through the end of the year, and then we make the announcement at the beginning of next year for who wins. There are 3 folks that get this opportunity. So you can hunt bears anywhere you want but Drummond Island, because there's like one bear tag.
Right.
You can hunt elk from the beginning of the first season to the end of the last one. Shoot any elk you want during that period. Look for the big one if that's what you want to do. You get a first pick of any of our managed waterfowl areas to go out. And by the way, there's groups associated with those areas. You will have the best duck hunt of your life under these. Plus, you'll have your new shotgun and all your junk to go along with it. And so it's a great opportunity. It's been so successful, in fact, that we've sort of spread this out into other things as well. We got a Michigan waterfowl legacy going on right now to highlight our managed waterfowl areas, and we had a little contest last fall. Guys had to go to managed waterfowl areas, and we gave them a duck man each one. You went to 4, you got entered in. One of the guys that won, he said, this was the best thing that I ever did. First off, I won a bunch of good stuff. But second off, he said, you know, I'd quit duck hunting. But my kid and I decided we were going to do this, and we drove around, and we slept in our car, and we did this, and we did that. It was the best experience I have had with my son in 10 years. So this is not just about winning stuff. Well, that's a good thing. And it's not just about having the best hunt of your life, although that's there too. It's about an opportunity to connect people again in their families. And so I'm very excited about all of this stuff. And we encourage people to go out and buy early and often. It's a good deal.
Now let me ask this. So how does it work? If I am lucky enough to be the winner, do I have guides take me to certain locations? Do I just get to go out to a certain area? How does that work?
You pick. You pick. We can help you. We will help you. You know,
so I want to go elk hunting, and I can call Russ or whoever the person is and say, where's the best place? I need to reserve my location. How does that work?
We will dial you in, so you're going to get the elk that you want to get. And by the way, you know, the way this works is you buy your applications, this comes up, the licenses all are free because the Natural Resources Commission buys them for you. They buy those licenses for folks. So not only do you get the stuff and all of those hunts, you get to do it for free. The only complaint I've ever heard is a guy says, you know, there's too much. There's too much. I can't elk hunt and bear hunt and this and that. In fact, you need a guide for some of this stuff to make it all work. But it has for every one of our winners for the last 3 years.
And then the time frame, I can register and buy my application, buy my chance all the way through the end of the year?
All the way through the end of the year, December 31st. And by the way, you can buy it over the internet, you can buy it at a license deal, you can buy it at Myers. Wherever licenses are sold, you can buy these Pure Michigan Hunt applications.
Get your opportunity for the Pure Michigan Hunt for sure. Russ, as always, it's very interesting talking to you, and we've got more segments coming up throughout the year. And one of the things I like about doing these segments is it gives us a chance to talk to the DNR and, you know, just find out and give people more information. And I know that's what you guys are doing too with the website and all the information out there, the advisory teams. You're really trying to connect with the Michigan hunters out there.
We do. It's easy for people to say, oh, those DNR, they're just a bunch of pointy-headed, you know,
yes,
there are other verbs that go in that sentence. And the fact is, we're not different than anybody else. We hunt, we trap, we fish, we do it religiously. We get mad when people get in the way, just like everybody else. I want people to know that. We are your DNR, and we manage your resources for your enjoyment, and we do the best we can.
Thanks for being with us.
You bet.
Russ Mason, he's the Chief of the Wildlife Division for the DNR. I'm Tim Hart, and you're watching the Q1 Buck Poll. Back here on the Q1 Buck Poll. Well, that was great information about the Pure Michigan Hunt from Russ Mason. And, you know, you got to get signed up, though. It's cheap, and if you win, wow, what a hunting experience.
Yeah, you're a lucky person.
Yes, we are. Well, and we have a lot of lucky people with us here today. Here's some of our big bucks on the Q1 Buck Poll.
Let's start out with Matt Doobie from Mid-Michigan with a 12-pointer, the score 48. Jordan Harmon from South Central Michigan brings in a 9-pointer, the score also 48. Then we had Marshall Shoemaker from South Mid-Michigan. Listen to this, Tim, 13-pointer, great score, 55. And then we have Joe Kreff from South Mid-Michigan, same region. 18-pointer, score 59.5.
Well, you know they're going to be near the top, if not the top, of the Q1 Buck Poll.
Well, I'll tell you what, I would be excited if I were those two guys.
Hey, as always, one of our great sponsors is Connecticut Valley Arms, CVA. This week we've got hunts from the American way using muzzleloaders.
Oh, Dad, there's a buck. That's a big buck there, too, Jordan. Oh, he's turning down. He's coming. Get your gun ready, Jordan. though. It's your choice, Jordan.
I think we should.
Alright, it's up to you. Just hang on. You gotta let him get still. Right there.
Should I click the safety off?
Do you want to shoot it?
Yeah.
Okay, click the safety off. It'll be real easy. Don't touch that trigger. That's a good shot right there. Yeah, right in that crease, okay?
Do I need to aim lower?
Just a little bit.
Are you on him?
Yep, I'm good. That's all right. It's over.
It is the greatest pleasure in the world when a dad can take his son or daughter, in this case I'm taking my daughter, for a 2-day season here in the state of Michigan where they've got the chance to use their weapon of choice if they're of age. And Jordan chooses to take the CVA Apex that Steve and Mike Sherrill were so kind to get sighted in, and I'm telling you, that thing is dead on. It did its job. You put that right where you needed to, and here's the end result.
Well, opening day, as we talked about earlier, was awesome. I was at Ray C's Extreme. I talked to Ray Clemens Jr. about what was going on. But before we show you opening day, we've got more bucks with Big Buck Hoffner.
All right, some lucky hunters were Gregory Price from Northwest Michigan with a 10-pointer, the score 46.875. Andrew Sullivan from Southwest Mid Michigan with an 8-pointer, the score 45. Jim Johnson from Southwest Mid Michigan with a 9-pointer, the score 48 3/4. And finally, Brady Clark from Southwest Michigan, 11-pointer, the score 44.875.
What happens during opening day at the Lapeer County Buck Pull, hosted by Ray C's Extreme? You name it. I mean, there's all kinds of activities going on. There's people hanging the bucks. I had a chance to go way up high on a big lift looking down. There's Wheeling Team 457 there. I've got an interview right now. We've got Ray Brown from Wheeling Team 457, and then I'm going to talk to Ray Clemens Jr. about the events.
Yeah, I also want to know something else that happened is you should be filing a workman's comp claim because you fell off the steps. Is that correct?
that was on Sunday.
Okay,
Somewhere
let's
else.
get that in there.
It was all opening week, and I'm bruised, but you know what? I held the camera up, and I was good to go.
Okay, I wish we had it for the bloopers, but we missed it. I'm glad you're okay.
I appreciate that. Now we're off to Ray C's Extreme in Lapeer. I'm with Ray Clemens Jr. We're at the Lapeer County Buck Pull at Ray C's Extreme, and every year a lot of fun deer are starting to come in right now. Tell me about the Lapeer County Buck Pull here at Ray C's.
You know what? The Lapeer County Buck Pull here at Ray C's, we have a focus. It's Wheeling Team 457. They're a group of physically challenged sportsmen. It's a great beneficiary, and it's really all for them. But it's a great event, very good family event. Lots of things on sale, stuff going on. It's a good time.
People talking about hunting and heritage. They're sitting on the ATVs.
Yeah.
You got the lights going, and it's a beautiful night.
It is.
On opening night, isn't it?
Oh, it's a beautiful day. Perfect. You know, it's showtime. It's go time. Everybody gets geeked. It's gas.
And you got some booths around here too?
We do. We have Parker Bows. We got Country Smokehouse. We got all kinds of folks. Pine Tree Heating. I could go on and on. There's over 100 sponsors that help put this on. I couldn't do it to you.
No. Well, we ain't got that much time.
Yeah, I know, right?
Anyway, we're having a good time, and thanks again, once again, for being a sponsor here of the Q1 Buck Pull.
Oh,
we're
absolutely.
excited, and we can't wait to talk to some of the hunters out here today.
All right, thanks a lot, Tim.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Ray Jr. from Ray C's Extreme. I'm talking with Ray Brown from Wheeling Team 457. We're at the Lapeer County Buck Pull at Ray C's Extreme, and every year we get together and talk about what's happening in the outdoors. We get a chance to see bucks hanging, and this year's no different. Ray, welcome to the Q1 Buck Pull.
Thank you. It's a great place to be.
Tell people about Wheeling Team 457.
Well, Wheeling Team 457 is rolling in its 13th year now, and having great success getting the disabled out into the outdoors.
What do you think the biggest challenge is getting somebody in a wheelchair or whatever they're getting out in to the outdoors?
Well, for one thing, to realize that we don't take excuses. There's equipment out here now. There's modalities that make it able. and increase your success in getting out and harvesting an animal. There's many things, many adaptations now to make it possible.
Well, you obviously had some, you know, hesitancy, I'm sure. Okay, I'm going out in the woods, you know, with a wheelchair. What do you think the thing that you could tell others that may have, maybe disabled, about going to the outdoors?
Well, I think the first thing is to, you know, realize that if this is your passion, this is your spirit, you're born with that hunting or fishing spirit, the outdoor spirit, that doesn't leave you, so you need to push yourself, and fear destroys learning. So, you know, there's nothing to be afraid of. Just get out there and do it.
All right, great message for everybody out there. Get out in the woods, and the other thing is, if I know of somebody and I would like to take them out in the woods, can you give me some tips or advice? Or how do I get a hold of the Wheeling Team 457 to learn more?
Sure. Well, I mean, this isn't rocket science. It just takes a couple of friends, and we can be as successful as any hunter. Basically, you're looking for a piece of property. You're looking for someone that would volunteer to scout that property, be your guide, set up a blind for you, and assist you in getting in and out of that blind. And once our fingers are on that trigger, we're all equal. There's no more disability out there. So, but get a hold of us at wheelingteam457.net, or call me, get on our website, call me, and we'll make sure that we get you out in the great outdoors.
Ray Brown, always a pleasure visiting with you.
Pleasure. Q1 buck pole, greatest buck pole on earth.
A great time, opening day at Ray C's Extreme. But I did start my day at Hicks Outdoors in Clio. I had a chance to talk to Mark Curley, and talking about a 4-season store. You can get it all there at Hicks Outdoors.
Yeah, and you know what? We appreciate everything you do, Tim. I know you're the guy. I'm out hunting or you're out doing the traveling, but you do a great job with it.
We're at Hicks Outdoors in Clio for our sponsor Spotlight. We got Mark Curley with us. Mark, welcome to the Q1 Buck Pole.
Thanks so much. Nice to see you, Tim.
Every year we like to come here on opening day and have some fun with people that bring their deer in. But for those that are not familiar with Hicks Outdoors, let's talk a little bit about the store. 3rd-generation family operation. Exactly. 40 years in business now. Like Tim says, 3 generations working here every day. And hope to continue with another 40 years. And as we take a look back here, you've got all the name brand guns, you got ammo, you've got expert service here behind us to really take care of the customer. That's right, expert service for sure, and that's what we really are all about. Big selection of guns. Ammo this year, obviously a little tough to get. We're doing everything we can. We've made most of our hunters happy this year getting them the ammo they needed. Talk to me about the bow section. Bow section is kind of what we do our best. We're a pro archery shop. There's nothing we can't do on the archery side. Crossbows, obviously, in Michigan have been the big hit for the last 3 to 4 years, and but we still service a lot of bows and sell a lot of crossbows. One thing that people will notice as they come into the store all year long, really a 4-season store. Tell us what's available. Exactly. As we head into the winter months now, we're getting ready to do our ice fishing set. We started as a tackle shop, so as we've expanded, we're a full 4-season shop now with footwear, clothing, muzzle loaders, fishing supplies, name it, top to bottom, back and forth. Anything for the sportsman. And if they want to come in and tell a story, you're always here for that too, aren't you? That's what our #1 priority right there. Listen to all them deer stories. Well, it sounds great. And again, anything else you want to tell people before we go here? What about the website? Because that's something new this year. Yeah, we just got it up and running. It's hicksoutdoors.net. And we're improving it every day. We've got linked to the Q1 buck pole on there, showing everybody all the cool bucks that we've measured up this year. And hopefully start doing some business on there pretty quick. All right, so then they'll have some specials and everything for to look for. Absolutely. All right, hey Mark, thanks for being with us. Thanks, Tim. Thanks for coming in. Mark Curley from Hicks Outdoors in Clio. I'm Tim Hart, and that's your sponsor Spotlight. Another thing we like to do on the show, and that is give a lot of information. Well, at Hicks Outdoors, we had Ryan Tebow, and he talked about the proper way to clean your muzzleloader. Quick to the point, but it'll help you shoot straight.
I'll tell you what, it's extremely, extremely important, because if it's not cleaned well, and this happened to me this year, I had to take 2 shots. So if you don't clean it well, or the more you shoot it, the harder it is to put that bullet down that barrel, so you got to do it right.
Here's Ryan Tebow from Hicks Outdoors.
I'm Ryan from Hicks Outdoors with your tech tip of the week on muzzleloaders. We see a lot of inconsistency coming into the shop from guys with muzzleloaders, and most of it's plastic fouling in the barrel. It's hard to clean out. Barnes makes a nice product called CR10, which eats everything in the barrel. You actually don't want to leave it in your barrel too long because it will eat your barrel at some point. So once you use a couple patches of this, you want to clean it out with a regular gun cleaner also. I'll show you how to run through that real quick. Just get a patch, doesn't take much. put it on your cleaning rod. We like to clean from the rear to the front, the same way the bullet's traveling, to keep the junk out of your trigger mechanism. Usually 3-4 swipes with this and we'll get it pretty clean. This one's already semi-clean because it hasn't been fired much. Then one patch with just a regular cleaner to clean the CR10 out. We like the Hornady one-shot cleaner. Same way. And you have a clean muzzleloader. And your rifling should be a lot more cleaner than it was beforehand.
Well, that's going to do it for this week's edition of the Q1 Buck Pull. You can go online, q1buckpull.com. Remember, we've got parties scheduled already. Go online. You can click on prize parties and see what's happening. February the 7th, though, is the big one where we give away that ATV. Get your rooms booked now at Firekeepers Casino and Hotel in Battle Creek, and we are looking forward to seeing you and having a great time.
Yeah, post-Christmas at the Firekeepers.
You gotta like it. You gotta
Exactly.
like it. All right, for Mike Big Buck Hoffner, I'm Tim Hart Haverhill. Thanks for being with us this week on the Q1 Buck Pull. And remember, whenever you're out in the woods or coming down off a trailer, be safe. Thanks for watching the Q1 Buck Pull.
All right.
That was exciting. We're on it.
We're good.
About time.
Andrew Sullivan from Southwest.
Well, you know what? See, I am on my game, and obviously you're not. And you're reading.
I know.
All right.
But it's not spelled out.
That is
I'm
Sullivan,
making
right?
Yes, I got that
And the
right.
next
It was
word
the
is
South-
Johnson.
No,
Hang
it
on.
was the
Hang
it was
on.
the
Very hard. Very.
Southwest
Oh,
Mid-Michigan.
Southwest Mid-Michigan. That's hard. I'll get it.